Hey, what up? Welcome to the stream, everybody. How you guys doing? Morning from a rainy Chicago land. Cloudflare is down, making a lot of websites down. For instance, TradeSync, Financial Juice, yeah, etc., etc. You need to check news. One place I know it's up is Prop from Gorilla. Go to propfromgorilla.com, go to news, see what's going on with the economic releases, etc. Yeah. Anyway, market's opening a little red here. Since TradeSync uses Cloudflare, they're down, so I'm gonna have to copy trade just on Project X for tick, which is fine. Looking for a VWAP short, honestly. So yeah, you know, there's gonna be a lot of websites down, I think, while Cloudflare works on their issues. So it's might require some patience, might require no trading today, whatever, you know, just the way things go, I guess. What's up, Skyline? How you doing? Eddie, good morning. Jacob, Stumbling Wanderer, Kevin, Slee, Ayo, hola, good morning. Mike, how you doing? Beatsville, Miguel, what's good? Grizz, how you doing? Dino, what up? Riley, what's going on? Joey, Golden, yada yada. Eddie says, I already had one ticket today asking for a free reset because of the Cloudflare outage. Dude, what? People are so funny, man. So funny. All right. Why put me on blast like that, Eddie? Other than that, you know, Rhythmic seems to be working. I'm logged in with a Rhythmic account here on MotiveWave. Hero, you had a limit sell set on Asia session, which I thought I deleted. So you should be up nicely, huh? Assuming it was, you know, ES or NQ or something. I don't know what gold's doing or anything like that, but that's good. All right. Let's check some higher time frames here. Got a little supply form there underneath the Jizu, the green zone of opportunity. All right, guys. Let's have a great session.
This is all wet and slick and it's ready to go.
Okay, Simon, you're talking about the like sorting by any one of those, like sort by firm name or something. You have to turn off Gorilla rankings. So Gorilla rankings, if that's enabled. Ooh, just missed my fill there. So turn off Gorilla rankings and then it should sort for you. Wow. Look at that. I think it hit my order. It just needed to be a tick lower to get the fill. Oh, man. That sucks ass. All right, let me cancel that. Jeez, that's pretty brutal there, not getting the fill on that one. And that's 50 points right there, you know? Literally tick the order. Just fun market shenanigans, I guess. What can you do? Man, that's kind of a bummer. I really wanted that short. I really wanted that. Can't always get what you want, I guess. All right. Overnight lows is sitting at 603. That's the next target. Looking for a sweep of those overnight lows. There. So. What's up, Otto? How are you doing? I'm good. I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty good.
What up, Chicken? How you doing? Jasper? What's going on? Grizz says crazy ass candle. Yeah. How big was that? Eddie got one of his 10 TTT tick trader payouts approved yesterday, which means the other ones are coming in anytime now. About 100 points so far at this open, from high to low. See that stack of buying there? Look at that. Just boop, 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 boop. They gobbled that up. These candles are really, really large. My VWAP is all different here. Let's see. 771. It's roughly the same. This is why I'd rather just trade on Motive Wave instead of having to fiddle with Project X too. Like, why do these candles look so different? What's going on here? Is that... that's just the mini chart, I guess. It must be that big of a difference in the minis. No, why does my data look so different on Project X? What's going on there? I feel like I'm losing my mind looking at this. What's going on here? Wait a sec. What? Is anyone else seeing this? Am I losing my mind here? Is Rhythmic screwing? What's? I feel like I'm losing. I don't even know what's right. I feel like I'm losing my mind. It seems like Rhythmic is behind. Rhythmic seems like it's a minute behind or something. See, there's a large difference between price here. Rhythmic is lagging. Yeah. It's... G-Man, it's definitely lag, dude. I look at this stuff every day. These are the same instrument. So, something's going on. Nice, Miguel. All right, well, I think I might just have to ignore Funded Futures Network right now. Trading View seems the same as Project X. I just want someone else to be like, yeah, my chart also is weird. I don't want to be the When it's just me saying it, I'm like, okay, what's probably something I'm probably doing something stupid here. Change to Frankfurt. Could try that. Okay, it's not just me. We'll try Frankfurt. All right. Let's see if price looks correct. Price does look... it does look more correct here. Yeah, okay, price looks about the same here now on Frankfurt Gateway as opposed to Chicago. Hyoke? How you say that name? Hyoke? Hyoke? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Longs might have something here. NQ running into VWAP here. Some large orders there. Both sides. Miguel, you're looking for the drop soon? Yeah, let's see here. So far, this whole range from earlier where I was looking to short at the open, that's been holding up here. I'm going to move back to NASDAQ now, the mini, not the micro. I don't know how to check my ping to Frankfurt, man. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got to plug my Ethernet back in. I unplugged it to plug it into my Xbox to update my Xbox. So I'm running on Wi-Fi right now. So far, so good, but things start getting screwy. I gotta switch to my Ethernet cable. I had a feeling I was gonna forget to do that. Oops. Oopsie. All right, what do you guys like? I mean, this kind of consolidation here, to me, makes me think of pop higher first before the dip. I like this, so the break of this rejections here in the Globex up to 900 and 4-hour supply. I like that look there. If we can get enough juice, So let's see. I'll say I don't mind the location here for longs, just because it's the bottom of this consolidation, but it's a little too, the open is just so, you know how it is, it's so volatile that you can easily just get wrecked on your idea pretty quick. The landscape can just change with one minute candle. Nice move lower there. Nice, Miguel. What's up, Pranav? How you doing? What's going on? Miguel, you think we could hit 24,450 on NASDAQ today, 66.16 on the ES? All right. I like it. All right. Overnight lows next. This 603 level I mentioned earlier. Interesting reaction here. Probably because Carmine got long 2 minutes ago. Got long 66.56. Nice pump to VWAP there on ES. Very good. Okay. Alrighty. Woot man, what up? Thanks for the content. I kept on blowing funded accounts trying to hit big wins, and watching some of your streams made me rethink incremental wins. Made my first 6K payout this week. Hey man, congrats. Glad to hear it, man. That's awesome. Great improvement. Why'd he go long? He was looking for to break the intraday low around 66.61. which we did, and then some. And then he was waiting to see. I don't know exactly why. Probably do a recap on it, but. Oh. Back down again, huh? Kevin, I switched my gateway from Chicago to Frankfurt. That seemed to help. So try that maybe if you're having issues. Kept that trend line intact there. Now we're going to go for these overnight lows. We must, right? Doesn't feel good shorting down here, but... I'm going to try it anyway. Honestly, I think we're going to break 600. All right, stop out there. We're very volatile right now. Big swings in your account, Grizz, but you got what you wanted. Time to pack it up and go home. Or go to the gym in your case. I'd like to find a better location to short. This is a little bit better. But man, this is very volatile. Hesitation there on the pulling the trigger there. There we go. There we go. Should get the dump now through 600. Shucks. Would have been a lot easier for me to short if I hadn't taken that previous short. Being patient is key. All right. Looking for all this liquidity to get gobbled through here. And there's the jab lower. There's overnight lows. My lips right there that I drew out. That's what I was targeting on my short, but again, it was just a touch early. I didn't like the location, but so if I would have waited just for that bounce up there, that was a much better entry, and I just hesitated a little bit. And that kept me out of that one, fortunately. So now let's assess, see more downside, maybe. So my next target is this daily demand down here above 500. These trades are sweaty. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Eddie. I mean, no sense in, I mean, no shame in sizing down to like maybe a third of your normal size, a quarter, something like that. It's completely reasonable because these moves are going to get you paid if it works out. And if you take a loss, it's going to be minimal damage. Yeah, Simon, you caught the move. Now lock out for the day. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think if I would have stayed in that trade and gotten that move to 600, I'd probably feel the same. That would have been, about 34 points on 5 minis. That's micros, excuse me. That's $340. So that'd be all I needed for that account for the day too. So I would lock out as well. These kind of markets can be a lot of fun. They can also be a little dicey. Yeah, mine. I'm sure. I mean, I would anticipate those kind of sites to get back up. Like TradeSinker's already back up, it looks like. So I expect Lucid to also get back up here shortly. All right, so 2 trade ideas that could have been really good that unfortunately didn't work out. First was a short at the previous rejection where it ticked my level and did not fill me. And that was just an opening short. And the second one was just looking for that flush to overnight lows. My entry is just a little late, made it harder to kind of stay in there when we got a little bit of a pullback. So, right ideas, executions weren't there. All right, let's look for 520s next. 520s. If we don't bounce here, 520s. Even if we do bounce here, maybe then short down to 520s. Let's see. What's the range for today? For this morning session so far, we have 264 points. So again, pretty crazy. Again, I would recommend sizing down. I wonder if I trust TradeSinker now. I might just continue using Project X to copy. Well, shoot. All right. Target incoming here. Actual level is 526. If I'm short and that's my target, I always front run the demand levels by a few points. A lot of large orders hitting, man. It's pretty wild. Wouldn't mind seeing a pop to 600 real quick, but I don't know. I don't know if the seller or buyers have the juice. Saw 400 lots hitting the bid there on a ES, so staying heavy. Lucid's website does seem like it's back up, by the way. The Woodman says, on a daily time frame, we've broken bullish structure, so in general, expecting further downside this week. Yeah. Your website is wrong on Lucid. It says 3 days to pay out. Well, what's the answer then? Let's see. Lucid. It's 5 days. Okay. I can always update that. Thank you for letting me know. So the way I do it on the site, and tell me if you want me to do something, if the consensus wants me to do something different, I do, I include the eval in like the days to pay out. So it's like 0 to payout. So if it's 5 days required for the cycle on Lucid, plus 1 day to pass minimum, so I would do 6 days. Do you guys like that? Or would you rather me just stick with the funded days to pay out? I like doing, personally, I just like saying, okay, if I start today, if I trade perfectly, when's the fastest I get a payout? So that's the way I like to do it, but if the consensus likes something else, let me know. So Lucid, days to pay out. Yeah, it should not be 3. All right, there's my target. I think you should do plans separately for firms with multiple to show the difference. Here's Philip. I want to make sure that you're using it the way that I think is the best way to use it. Is make sure you're comparing. Like I'm not gonna list all 120 plans here. That would be a hot mess. I can't do. I can't do it. I don't like it. So the best way to do it is just narrow down to the firms that you want, and then select the plan from each firm. It's just a way cleaner way to do it, and then you can see the side by sides, right? So, yeah, that's just the way. I'm not gonna. I think it's so messy when I just see plans, because I usually, the way I do it is I find the firm first, or there's like a plan type I want. So if I want instant funding, I'll sort by instant funding firms and then look at those plans like up to 5 at a time. So yeah, I just don't want, I don't want it to get so messy where it's just illegible. Didn't MFFU already purge some like a few months ago? Didn't they, when they got the core plan going, which is the 50K core, that was like so simple. Well, I do feel a little bit a type of way here, to be honest with you. My first short, I didn't get it. Second short, the entry wasn't that great and I got stopped out. But, we're hitting my targets and it's just sitting on the sidelines watching it go without me. Could be a little tough here. What's up, Ben? Yeah, it's been all right. I just, my ideas seem to be right and didn't get the executions that I needed. So now, okay, again, trying to find the next downside target. That's what I like to do as, price confirms, bearish trend. Okay. So 400, I always like the psych levels. Those are always pretty key on NASDAQ. So I don't think I have a lot of like other demand zones. I can do a double check, a discount double check, but 400 level I think will be the next target, and that's 100 points away ish. It's moving, man. It's moving. I was even bearish going into today. I try not to have too much bias. I'm like, this shit. Like I got rid of my Q calls I was swinging. They're January expirations, and I was like, all right, well, let me give this a few days, and I just needed to see, a good close yesterday. We didn't get it, and so I killed those calls. So I did enter some Tesla puts at open here. Those are up like 70%. That's not accurate. No, it's not up 70%. Don't listen to me. They're up like 50%, 40%, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's head to a larger screen here with NASDAQ. Let me double check some levels here, see if I can find anything else of interest. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting there. I mean, look at these wicks here on the daily. And what do you know? It's right above 400. That worked out perfectly. I didn't even realize that. So that's definitely the next area I'm looking for. Underneath that, we got this daily from October 10th. This October 10th low. So now, what is this? Zero print. Okay. Not worried about that. ICT is not the only one who can make up terminology. If you're new to the stream, this green zone here is a Jizu. That's a green zone of opportunity here. Hard to say with a straight face. That's a Jizu. It's very serious, guys. So I am going to look to see if any buyers show up around here. Nice job, Riley. I'm glad it worked out in your favor. I feel like as traders, a lot of times technical issues don't seem to work in our favor. So every once in a while when one does, it's kind of nice. So congrats. Boris, you got trade secret to sync between 13 Apex fundeds and 10 new TickTick 100K S2F accounts on your recommendation, up 1.3K per account on TickTick. Very nice. Just to clarify, are you doing S2F plus accounts or S2F? What number of Pokemon is Jisu? I don't know Pokemon. I never got into it. Most people my age were really into it. I just never got into it. So that Pokemon number is 24,400. Were you a Digimon guy? No, so when I was like really young, like under the age of like 12, 11, whatever, I collected basketball cards. I was a big basketball NBA fanatic. And then, then I just wasn't really into either. All right, nice bounce here, right above my Jizu. Up to 500 here. That was such a nice drop, man. That was so nice. Nice pop here. There's 300 orders hitting the ass there on ES. Another 300 orders hitting the ask. Another 284 hitting the ass there. So large buying coming in there off the lows. I guess I could have analyzed ES there just to find another level for ES here. That buyers did step in there. You can see on the tape on the heat map there. They're liking that level. Look at the nice bullish hammer there on just the 1 minute. Engulfing so far on the 5. About. All right. If this is a real potential reversal, we want to see like, maybe a dip down back to 500 area, get bought up. So let's see. I'm gonna walk the heat map again here. Wow, 500 orders hitting there. Man, this should get a decent bounce, you'd think. We're gonna have a V bottom here. It's nutty. 131 points there in like 4 minutes. How are you guys trading? I'm using the EMA 200 on 15 seconds. Whoa. Or 15 minutes, but you're saying multiple 15-minute charts maybe? Pivots on 1 hour. Technical analysis works well during London. I always wait for key zones to enter a trade. Sounds good. Waiting for key zones is great. I use price action with a mix of order flow. All right, well, I'm going to look to see if 500 holds here. I might have to buy that. That was just that was a strong little, like the buyers definitely had the juice there. You can just see it. Hitting. Oh, it's working out. It is 15-second chart. Okay. Interesting. Greetings from Poland. Oh, well, we got another another poll. Just a poll, right? Lupek's from Poland. All right. See if 500 holds here. I'm gonna try it here just with 3 micros. It's not holding at all. Not holding right now. Come on. Just fucking wipe through my order. Just like not even a hesitation. It's just one of those situations where I feel like if I don't just grab that, we bounce a little hard, and then I'm disappointed I hesitated. In that case, we just melted right through it, and then you wish you waited for that confirmation. This is tricky. That was a $200 loss on 3 micros, just to show you the size of these moves. So I have a personal daily loss limit set on these accounts at 500 on TickTick here, just to keep everything in check so I don't blow the accounts. So I only have $75 left. Rach says the market looks washed. We should all just go hang out with our wives. Yeah. What if you're single, says Boris. Are you trading minis today? No, I'm trading micros. I don't have, I don't allow myself the drawdown to trade minis. I'm not going to risk $1,000 in the blink of an eye on 10 accounts, you know. What if you are the wife? Well, you're in the minority here, that's for sure. All right. Fuck, man. So, do we have a higher low here? I mean, I think the long is the right idea, and I just think I got ran the fuck over. Like, do I need to trade 1 micro to be able to trade this? What? Oh, man, this is nuts. I want to try it, but I don't. The stop is like 80 points away now. It's crazy, man. Like, do I trade 1 micro? I mean, even then. Even then, I can't let it pull back too much. This is MotiveWave, yeah. MotiveWave on the right here. Project X over here. Oh, man. You have a code with funding ticks? Yeah, I think it's PF Gorilla. It's all on profitfromgorilla.com. You just go to funding ticks is over here. You go to the right. It's PF Gorilla. You hit copy right there. Should copy the code for you. You can click the link as well, and then use the code PF Gorilla. Appreciate the support. Look at this daily candle so far. Did I close that Tesla? No. I'm not even watching it. I was just going to swing it. Looks like it's bouncing a little bit. And then... No, my short target is down like, I don't know, like 30 bucks or something. So I think I'm just going to hold it for a day or two. I don't know. It just depends on what happens. What's up, Ronald? How you doing? Pretty volatile open so far, man. You know, definitely a size down kind of day. All right, back to the lows. Right above my Jizu. Green zone of opportunity. Did I sneeze my heart rate away? What happened to my heart rate? What's up, Mal? How you doing? $65.71 is a short target. Well, I have a 4-hour demand right below that at 68 and a half or so. So front running that to at 71 seems good to me. The doji printed there on the 15. Seems like an, you know, okay for a bit, you know, move higher, at least to 600. Anyone been playing Battlefield 6? Grizz has. He's been streaming it on Discord. It's just, this is hard to trade when, you know, I'm getting close to my personal daily loss limit, and these moves are really large. So pop to 600 looks good here. What's up, Joseph? How's November been treating you? It's been my best month, and I'm currently on a 9-day winning streak. Nice, Joseph. It's been all right. When's the next YouTube video? I mean, I'll probably do one on TradeSync since a lot of people did like that. The sound of that one, I got a lot of comments about it, so I could probably have that done maybe in a week. Maybe I'll make another one for like, I just thought of it. So it's just off the cuff. Maybe I'll do like a summarizing the best Black Friday deals for traders or something like that. That could be interesting. That's pretty good. Parshav Thor trade copier. I want to try out a few other ones. All right, there's the move to 600. Oh, it's public beta. Which isn't TradeSync technically still in beta too? Ruben, thank you. I'm glad you liked the last video. Put a lot of time in post-production on that one, like editing it and trying to make it, you know, I don't have an editor anymore, so that's all me, and it takes a while to do all the little details and stuff. Jasper, answer me this. Is it trade copia or is it trade copia? That's what I want to know. Trade copia like cornucopia? Trade copia like, you know, a little slang. like a Bostonian saying copier. The trade copia. I trade copia with my Duncan. Fuck. What happened to the editor? We just didn't have enough work for him because, you know, weren't doing as many videos. So he went and got a job elsewhere. The second one, is that trade copia? I don't remember which one I said first or second. Is it like cornucopia? Trade copia? Or is it trade copia? Get my Dunkin', get my trade copia. I sit down at my desk. Profit. He doesn't quit, he's fired. I want to pay severance. How's TradeAway been treating y'all? I haven't used them in 2 years because of its problems. I mean, it hasn't really changed much. I try not to use it if I can help it. Trade copia like sassy, like Bostonian. Trade copia. My trade copia. You still try to toss up now? Could sweep the open here. Was it 65? Is that open candle, or are you looking at like a 5 minute? Well, that's probably the 5 minute low anyway, huh? 65 there. Yeah, I think the upside still looks good here. If I wasn't so afraid of getting run over, I would probably grab a long here. It just feels so brutal. It's my trade copia. What GPU you have? Nothing that fancy, dude. I got this trading PC built from Falcon, and they talked me down on the GPU. They're like, you don't need anything crazy, man. Hindsight, maybe I wish I would have pushed for it though. I don't even know what it is, honestly. I don't even remember. It's nothing impressive. So I'm just on the PC though. I'm just running 2 screens. I'm just running MotiveWave, OBS, Spotify, web browser. So nothing crazy. And then my Mac I still have set up with 2 monitors. That has YouTube chat. It's got Discord. It's got Thinkorswim, etc. What's right on the left for the day? Just $75 on my personal account, or sorry, on my TickTick accounts. My personal daily loss limit I set to 500 because my goal is 250 a day, and I give myself 500 just in drawdown. Sometimes you gotta take a couple stabs at it, and you want to be able to have a reasonable stop and not worry too much. How do they say Bahava? Honestly, I've only been to Boston once, and if you're from Boston, I apologize for my accent, but it's fun to to try to talk like a Bostonian. My favorite, Rachel and I just watched this yesterday. It's Casey Affleck doing the Duncan SNL digital short or whatever. So freaking funny. A lot of orders hitting. Well, 125 orders, but. Oof. I mean, honestly, we got the pop to 600 like I was kind of looking for. I kind of want to see us go to the Jizu here. It's 150 points away. Kind of want to take a few stabs, I kind of just want to catch the momentum down, if that's in fact what happens here. It is, of course, possible. That's not what's in store. We do have the double bottom, potential high or low, and then maybe a move to VWAP in the opening candle, as Maul mentioned right there. So it's not like I don't feel like as a scalper that it's shorts only by any means. We could definitely bounce here. But the momentum is to the short side, of course. Nasdaq's down 1.25%. So, just waiting here. We do have VWAP on ES, not too far, right? It's not too far. Just one little pop away, One little pop. It's like 20 points, but in this environment, it's just a little pop. I mean, when we're that close to it, I would like to see that get hit, but the 5-minute shows obvious rejection points. The 15-minute, to me, looking pretty bearish overall. And again, I like the move down to 400. This is it. I mean, just being short closer to 600 would be a lot better for my situation. The drawdown I have. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot that we're rejecting so far here. I think this kind of day requires small size and a lot of patience, and that's what she said. No, but for real, it's going to be one of those days where it's so easy to rack up a large amount of losses because the moves are so great. If you're in the red, you think, you know, all I am is just one little move away. Like one 1 minute candle will put me back in the green or whatever it is, right? But then you get so you're like, all right, let's short and just get a little jab lower, and then you get freaking engulfing candled right after that, and then you get stopped out, and then you're gonna be like, F this. It's gonna be very easy to spiral and rack up a large amount of losses, I think. So I recommend trying to use a personal daily loss limit, like whether it's a manual, you know, or automatic lockout, or just manually if you have to like close the broker, the platform, and walk away. I think you'll be glad you did. You know, I'm going to be capped at, you know, $75 more in losses is all I'm giving myself. That's predetermined. I don't really have any other decisions to make after that. It's just that's it. Our short's looking nice. I keep wanting them to look nice, and then the next candle makes me think twice about it. With this market, do you think it's best to walk away if you're not seeing stuff right? Absolutely. I always think that, though. I think any day that you're not seeing stuff right, it's best to walk away. But especially this one, because the moves will wreck you. Even on micros, you know, I have $425 in losses on, you know, just trading micros. It's very easy to rack up a large amount of losses. Yeah, Jasper, good target. Nice, Jacob. Look at these, look at NASDAQ here. Just some limit sells there on the books. See if they're real. Thing is, each time we reach a new low or downtrend, I don't know where to target. Well, listen to me, man. My targets are usually pretty good. Do what makes sense to you, but I feel like I usually have pretty solid targets. Terrible entry here. What am I doing? Terrible entry. Okay, that's it. I feel like the Project X fills to me, I feel like they've gotten shittier. Like I click the button and it takes like a couple seconds and then it gets you in. I think that was a shitty fucking short there. I don't know what I was thinking. It's hard seeing it move to your. I don't know, it's hard seeing stuff play out without you in it, I guess. All right. So that's a wrap on the tick for the day. -5 something. It's frustrating. I mean, it's just such a different day. If I get that fill on that initial stop sell or limit sell that I had sitting on the open where that it tagged and just didn't fill, it's a completely different day, right? It's just the way it goes, though. Did you read Al Brooks' books? No. No, I didn't. I think Carmine got like two trades that popped really fast in his favor, and I think they both got taken out of break even. Okay. Potential double bottom higher low here. He wasn't long biased. He was just looking for opportunity in either direction. He doesn't really go in with like a bias like that. Crazy little pop there. Jeez. 52 points in a blink of an eye. What prop are you with? Tick is the ones I've been trading. Adam, I don't. Kind of depends on what you're, like, how you like to trade. I just did a video about ranking my favorites, talking about them, etc. So you're on my funded. Trade day has daily payouts once you get through the eval. Tick, I really like their S2F Plus accounts. 10 days of base hits can get you a pretty decent payout. Fund Futures Network has intra-trade or end-of-trade trailing drawdown. Other than that, pretty solid. And you can do a buy one, get one on Fund Futures Network. So it's like $70-something for 2 evals. Take Profit Trader, obviously known for daily payouts. After you pass, it moves to intraday trailing drawdown until you hit the buffer. They can get daily payouts, so that's good. Tradeify. I'd probably go with the growth account on Tradeify. Lucid, a lot of people like Lucid. They're new, but they have pretty competitive pricing and plans. Any of those, top half of that would definitely be a decent place to check out. Yeah, if you don't like consistency, then you do take Profit Trader maybe. Isn't static drawdown the best to have? Yeah, it is. But a lot of prop firm plans just aren't as favorable with static. $500 orders sitting there. Tradeify instant funding, I don't really like, to be honest. Like, the instant funding is $9,000 profit target on the 150K, and then you only get to withdraw $3,000. So you're withdrawing a third of your profit after 5 days if you trade perfectly. Whereas other firms let you withdraw like 50% or something. So you got to make a lot to take out a little, and it costs a lot. So if you fuck up, there goes $500 and something. So I don't really like it as much. There's more competitive instant funding out there, in my opinion. What do you mean by the static plans not being as good? Just if you just pull up a static plan from any of the firms, and you'll just see that your drawdown compared to what you have to make is just not that great. And it's just because static drawdown is way better. And static drawdown is what your live brokerage is. Like if you open a personal account, your drawdown is not changing. It's whatever you deposit in. You could lose it all, but it's not changing, right? It's not following you around anywhere. So, I have a static account with a futures desk, but What do you think of funding ticks? I've heard some good, some bad. I haven't tried them out yet. I think overall I have a favorable impression of them. They're on my list to try. I'm going to do alpha, funding ticks, and funded next probably. Lucid has, their 25K and 50K accounts are 40% off right now using code Gorilla. So that's pretty good. Look at that. Look at another 500 something orders hitting the ask there. I wonder if we absorb that or get the push out of here. so far it's getting absorbed. Can we get the snap down to 400? That's what I want to know. Adam, I've been following since I watched your Becoming a Funded Trader series. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Joseph, you watched the 3-part series a while ago. TopStep seemed to be your go-to firm. What decided the change, expansion toward other firms? Well, I was just an exclusive affiliate with them, and then they got rid of their program. So I'm like, well, okay, let's try other firms, you know? There's a lot out there that I hadn't really, I just stuck with TopStep. For the most part, I did a little Apex back then, but so then I was like, okay, well, if they don't want to work with me, then let's see what else is out there. And so then I really been enjoying my funded futures. It's just way cheaper. And so I like my funded futures a lot. I think they're really solid. But yeah, there's just some firms out there now. It's become more competitive, which brings prices down for us. And so I think TopStep relies on being like the top dog, the oldest one around, and blah blah blah. But there's like newer companies that already have developed a solid reputation that can charge less or decide to charge less than TopStep. So, there's other fish in the sea for sure. What's P&L today? Minus 500 times the 10 accounts. Minus 500 and maybe 520 or whatever stopped me on it. Well, times 10 accounts. What's up, Evan? How you doing? Deep Steak. What up, Jake? How you doing? Busy week, no trading today. Just stopping by to say what up and to throw some shade Parshop's way. Parshop catching strays for no reason. All the time, man. Justice for Parshop. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what TopStep does with the activation fee. Right now it's the cheapest you can trade TopStep funded is $200, right? So, if you could get in funded for $100, maybe $125, you maybe I would pay attention to it. But until then, my funded futures core plan $77 all in. Just you can get 3K payouts. To me, that's decent. Yeah, this day's crazy. It's crazy. That's all. That's all there is to it. I'm looking for that move down to 400 before anything else. I don't know. Can we do it? It's pretty slidey. Imagine getting in a 150K funded account for less than $200. Whoever offers that would be nuts. Yeah, 99 no activation fee. That seems, and then they'd probably put a payout cap on, don't you think? They would lower the cap from 5K to like 2 or 3K. I would imagine that's what they would do to compensate. Just my opinion here, though. I don't know what they're doing. Probably a 3K cap. That's what I think too. Yeah, $100 all in, 3K cap. I think that would get a lot of people interested. Fast Track Trading ripped 1 year ago today, and I'm still getting their bankruptcy notifications in the mail. Like, leave me alone, man. I don't care. Eddie, probably yeah, but dang, if they kept it at 5K, that'd be sweet. Bro, are you an affiliate now, man? Come on. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I did buy a couple. I don't remember what I did. I bought maybe 1 or 2 Fast Track accounts because people wouldn't shut up about it. I was getting so many comments about, what about Fast Track? What about Fast Track? And I'm like, I don't care about these like new firms. I was like, well, okay, let me check it out. And I think I had maybe one account and they went under. I don't know. I didn't have any. I think I was in the negative balance, so that's why I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. Okay. That's the risk you take when you try out these new firms that pop up overnight. And you know, like these newer ones, like Tradeify, the Futures Desk, Lucid, Top One. You know, I'm all, you know, Tradeify has a good reputation. The Futures Desk has a good reputation. So far, Lucid does, and it's just, you know, you never know though. Like, okay, are they managing funds correctly? Are the co-founders just buying Lambos and shit? Like, I want to make sure that they're, you know, have or know how to maintain a balance sheet, and you can tell that by if they're paying out people and still staying afloat, you know. And so sometimes you don't know that until enough time passes. So. Yeah, Fast Track did seem to start that, and they, you know, I mentioned this on stream at one point, and their website looked like shit, man. It looked like something that you just made in like 2 seconds, and I just didn't really trust it, to be honest with you. What's your opinion about the People's Republic of China? That it's a country with a lot of people. I get the chart you have on the left. That's a heat map. So you need some form of order flow from your platform. This is a Bookmap. You could use Bookmap. You have to pay for that separately. This is comes with MotiveWave Order Flow Edition, which you can get when you sign up for Lucid or Funded Futures Network. They both give you licenses for Edge Pro X, which is MotiveWave, or MotiveWave straight up. So, or you can pay for MotiveWave. Trey, I just posted that in Discord last night. I was talking shit on Sierra Chart's website. It's the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. I'm like, I just take issue when businesses don't fucking know how to run as a business. Like, there's just so much you could do to optimize and make it better for the user, and they just don't care. And I find that so annoying. It's so convoluted and shit, you know, like, just, it's like a bunch of back-end engineers were just like, oh, throw up a website. Just, you know, they didn't know anything about anything other than freaking coding and shit. VT Trading, what's up? I think we're going to 400. That's what I'm looking for. Obviously, you know, we break this relative high, I start to wonder if ES is going to pop to VWAP first, but till then, I do think we go to 400. You got funded last month, 100K account, and every day my target is 500 or 0.5% is working. So give tips on how to increase. Okay, how about this? How about after you hit your initial target and you like the price action, why don't you stick around, size down, half, third size, whatever, just trade some micros and take a few more trades. Protect your profit, but you can still participate if you're reading the market well. Try that. Which ones are cheaper than Top Step? I mean, almost all of them. I feel like you're setting me up here, man. Go to profitfromgorilla.com. You can find a lot of them that are cheaper than Top Step. I mean, I don't like activation fees, so, you know, I look for zero activation fee plans, and you can kind of see the true cost. So if you click on like Alpha Features, you can see here, like, does it have an activation fee? What's the true cost? So the true cost column here, $71 cheaper than Top Step, $143 cheaper than Top Step, $125 cheaper than Top Step, $89 cheaper than Top Step, $179 cheaper than Top Step, all in, right? So you can just look at it from, you know, that way. Yeah, Fireshop, I don't know if I can agree with you there. I don't know. How do you update the information on your website? Manually? Yeah. It's a labor of love, man. That thing, you know how firms are. They're changing all the freaking time, so I gotta just do it. I don't think there's a way to really do it that's better. I was looking into doing some kind of automation thing, and I was like, it's not going to be as reliable. I'm still going to have to get in there and fix stuff, so it is a lot of work, yeah. All right, can we get the drop finally? We've just been chopping here for a while, and this is some intense consolidation. This is 77 points plus, you know, if you count this move down here, 100 points of sliding around here in the last half hour or so. Do you think risking off or swing trading compared to 5 to 10 minute plays a better switch for this volatility? Yeah, maybe so. It just depends. Like, I mean, the couple trades that I was looking for would have been really nice scalps. And then just the issue was just two execution issues. One was just literally not getting filled, and then the other one was just like I entered at the. I should just waited like 30 seconds for the pullback. So other than that, it would have been pretty scalpable, you know, from my opinion, from my perspective. But nothing wrong. I think if you have a good setup for a longer term basis, I think swing trading could be a great option, and just not worrying about the day trading side of things. Wouldn't each prop firm be able to send you a document notifying you with important changes? I don't think they would do that, man. That'd be nice, though. Well, do we bounce here again or not? ABC line, that's just the relative high here. I was just mentioning that we get back above that. I'm thinking maybe ES gets to view up first before we get down to 400 on NASDAQ. That was all. So it's just like kind of a little reference line there. And ABC, the reason why it says ABC is just that's the default in Motive Wave. Nice. So coming into my target here, this is the GZoo, Green Zone of Opportunity. Because, you know, when I built the algorithm, that's just what I called it. And that's what I designed it to be, is a green zone of opportunity. Just stop asking questions. That is what happened. Nice. I was sitting in a short with 3 micros on my personal account for the longest fucking time. I just filled 2/3 of my position there, and it's a lot of money on, you know, personal account with just 3 micros. You know, it's like almost $500, which is just, that's just crazy. $600 actually. All right, out of that one, pretty good. Okay. So, zones ended up hitting pretty good. It was definitely sliding and tough to catch. You seem like Sam Sulek of the trading space. I don't wait. What's that reference? Sam Sulek. I gotta have to Google that. He's a fitness influencer. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what his personality's like. I'm probably a little stronger than him. Look at this guy. Like, I'm probably a little... my triceps are probably a little stronger. Oh, man. Yeah, you know, look, it's hard when, look, I'm first looking for overnight low sweep, you know, shorting the top overnight low sweep. We get it. I'm like, all right, great. Then I'm looking for just a move to the daily demand. We get that. Great. Flush down, bounce, waiting for my Jizu. Finally hit the green zone of opportunity here at 400, but what do you know? I'm like max loss hit. That's just these kind of days. You know, I think if I kept size to like 2 micros, I think I could have stayed in and managed risk a little bit better. And given the trades a little bit more room, I think they required a little bit more room on this. It's just a very volatile. So, all right, guys. I'm locked out. You know, I can take some personal account trades over on Thinkorswim or whatever, but that's not ideal. And I'm in a Tesla swing, so we'll see how that pans out. But I think I might just head out of here and get after it again tomorrow. Try to make some of this, get my balance back up there so I can get to a payout next week on 10 accounts. But I appreciate you all hanging out with me. You know, we're getting the numbers back up there on this live stream. We used to have, you know, 400, 500 people in here, and you know, we're getting back up there. So thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you had a good session, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another one. Later.